So the question is, what would actually happen to your body if you completely quit sugar for 15 days? Sugar can seriously affect your health in terms of weight gain, sharp mood swings, and addiction. What will happen to your heart, brain, and skin if you quit sugar for at least 15 days? Well, the changes are going to be incredible. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you'll feel if you stop sugar. Let's take a look at that. Craving for sugar or de-addiction? Craving for sugar will disappear. So, why does it happen? Every time you eat sugar, natural hormones called insulin flows into your circulation, causing your blood sugar to fall. This will cause a lower blood glucose emphasis and consequently a desire to eat more sugar. So by avoiding sugar, you remove the sugar craving. You will overcome a serious addiction. Studies show that sugar is actually more addictive than cocaine. Okay, next one. Less hunger or tend to eat less, hence fat loss. With too much sugar, your metabolism remains consistently high, so you eat all the time. As soon as you quit taking in sugar, you therefore become less hungry. The main reason is because you have stabilized and thickened your bloodstream, so your body cells will finally get the food they need. The reason is because you are dependent on sugar as a person. And since sugar is damaging to your well-being, your body begins to function unfavorably once you begin eating lots of sugar. This is insulin resistance. Because insulin is responsible for regulating the level of sugar in the cells, the body is trying to prevent that from happening. So human body is very smart. It exactly knows what is good or bad for your system. So it considers as a bad thing, okay? So when you give it up, things could be reversed. And not only you can absorb proper amount of fuel, your cells will absorb nutrients a lot better too. Because insulin resistance also blocks phytonutrients, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and that's one of the jobs of insulin. In this process, you will also lose weight fast. When you eat sugar, you are very likely to overeat. Pancreas is forced to produce more insulin. Don't let this sugar fool you. Okay, next one. You will get rid of excess water retention. You will start losing a lot of water and fat. For the first few days, you are going to lose a lot of water and some fat. But after that, the quantity of body fat you will lose will gradually increase. Soon you're going to discover that your water weight has dropped substantially. You will see your waistline getting slimmer. If you lower your sugar intake, your stomach will become smaller. But if you eat sugar, it will grow. Your hip section area is the best sign to tell you if you're doing too much sugar. Okay, next one. Increase brain power. Studies have shown that sugar hinders activities such as learning and memorizing things. Quitting sugar will increase your brain activity and you will start growing new brain cells. Why so? Because when you reduce sugar, you run your body in different sources of fuel called ketones. So as a side note, body actually doesn't need to be on ketosis to generate ketones. Ketones support the growth of nerve cells. Less sugar means more knowledge. Okay, the next one is more energetic. If you stop eating sugar, you will no longer feel tired after you eat, as you'll be getting continuous supply of fat fuel when you are in correct nutrition. You will usually experience better stamina and mood after eating a meal. When eating sugar regularly, you will likely to be tired after you eat. That is a temporary blood sugar elevation. Eating too much sugar makes the brain tired. Okay, the next one is good sleep. You'll finally get a very good sleep. Your day-night cycle will be more naturally balanced. High sugar intake interferes with your normal energy level. It's okay to feel sleepy and sluggish after giving up sugar, but when your body adapts to it, you'll be very active throughout the day and ready to sleep when the bedtime comes. Okay, the next one is good skin. Your skin will look younger. Quitting sugar may lead to your acne going away. When you stop eating sugar, your acne will diminish Your face will start to glow, and that's only an indicator of what happens when you stop eating sugar. When you eat sugar, your insulin goes up. The hormone androgen will increase in female, which will result in acne. In males, the higher insulin will lead to lower testosterone, and you'll have other issues related to decreased testosterone, such as muscle loss, bone loss, male osteoporosis, erectile dysfunction, impotency, and so on. Next is positive mood. So with correct nutrition, instead of being easily irritated like before, you'll be more peaceful and serene and more relaxed. ADHD problems will also lessen and your brain function will improve. You'll be able to focus on your job and projects more easily. So when you're done with your diet change, you'll feel much better. Studies have found that people who eat very little sugar or none at all are rarely diagnosed with depression. The world around you will change when you change your diet habits. The next one is risk of Alzheimer's. You'll be less likely to have Alzheimer's disease. There's a chemical in your brain known as BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which helps the brain to form connections and make new memories. Drop-in factor has linked to eating an excessive amount of sugar. Wow, the next one is pleasant breath. Your mouth will smell better. Sugar doesn't just cause gum disease and cavities, but also provides a source of food for bacteria. In these conditions, they reproduce more quickly, which results in terrible breath, which is called halitosis. The bacteria that naturally exist in our mouth feed on sugars, turning sweet treats into sour smell. So better don't disappoint your partner. Okay, the next one is no diabetes or can reverse diabetes. You can save yourself from diabetes. When you eat too much sugar, high insulin resistance develops. It means that sugar can get into your cells and can get stuck in your bloodstreams. This leads to a pre-diabetes condition and finally to the real disease. Okay, the next one we have is reduced risk of heart attack. This is what actually happens in these 15 days when you stop consuming sugar totally. You are getting less inflammation in your blood vessels. This will help you avoid a clot or pile up and reduce the risk of a stroke and a heart attack in the long run. So your heart will thank you, okay? People who eat too much of sugar are prone to having higher risk of heart attack. Sugar triggers coronary artery disease because giving up sugar will lead to the decrease of insulin level and drop of average heart rate. Your blood pressure will also decrease, right? Is this making sense? Which means that your heart and your vessels will have less work to do. So, such conditions as stroke or artery disease will become less likely. So the next one is repair liver by using existing fat. Sugar initiates non-alcoholic fatty liver disease before it develops into cirrhosis. When you stop eating sugar for 15 days, the liver will clear away some of its accumulated fat, which it will then transform into energy. As a result, you are removing damaging toxins and fat from the liver and restoring its clean condition. By doing this, you will in turn reduce the fat inside your liver. Okay, the next one we have is better kidney function. You'll have improved kidney function. If you experience metabolic syndrome, your kidney can be challenging to manage. When you cut back on the amount of sugar in your diet and cut back on the carbs, your kidney will work much better. So the next one we have is reduced inflammation. Sugar is what is causing your inflammation. Once you stop eating sugar, you will have lesser stiffness. As a result of that, you will have lesser inflammation, means less joint pain. So let's talk about the effects, what happens to our body when we completely quit sugar for 15 days. So what's happening exactly over here is we are shifting our source of energy from sugar to fat fuel. It takes around 4 to 5 days and it depends on the history of sugar intake. For me, it took around 6 days to be on correct nutrition to get rid of the symptoms. So cutting down on sugar, you may have some compounding symptoms for about 4 to 5 days, okay? So that's totally fine, that's manageable. You can manage it when the outcome is good, and some might not get symptoms at all. So I suggest when you take potassium citrate or vitamin B12. In this particular time, you're building new enzymes. Get rid of dead cells to operate your body system of fat fuel. You'll notice incredible changes in your body. Feel better, function better, perform better, and be more productive within just 15 days. Alright, there you have. You may try and let me know in the comment section how you feel. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you find this video informative, show me a lot of love. If you think this is beneficial to you or your friends or family, do share with them. And if you want to be updated for the future videos, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Always stay fit and healthy with correct nutrition.